What small creature would be scary human-sized? Just about any insect. Ladybugs would be cool, like the ones they ride in Futurama, but probably kinda gross up close. Ladybugs also eat aphids, so I'm not so sure I like the idea of a predatory anything being person-sized. Pretty much any land invertebrate. Spiders, earthworms, scorpions, centipedes, cockroaches, beetles, ants, locusts, flies, you name it. All of them would be terrifying if they could somehow survive at that size. Now I have flashbacks to the insect scene from King Kong. Ants. I was telling my girlfriend this. They can lift 50x their body weight. Imagine being attacked by a huge ant and being ripped in half with ease. Obligatory. They can lift that much because they are tiny, and if they were the size of humans, they wouldn't even be able to lift their own exoskeleton. Centipedes. Already scary at their normal size. The bites suck too. Yeah, even that YouTuber that takes insect bites had to quit on that one. Snails. They have tons of teeth. Oh yeah, read they basically skin worms and such while consuming them. Pigeons. They're everywhere. Imagine the tardigrade came here to say this. They are adorable small, but on a grand scale could be waddling nightmares. Me too. It'd be a horror, and they're like indestructible. Geese. They have tremendous moxie for their current size. Would hate to run into them if they were 6 feet tall. So, ostriches? Chihuahuas. Ugh, we'd all be dead. Worms. Those are scary. Nothing is scarier than an Alaskan bullworm. Alaskan bullworm. Devo praying mantis. Saw one catch a grasshopper and eat it. I couldn't look away though. Poor hopper was struggling while the mantis ate its head. I watched till the body was gone. As a man that has had multiple ticks on my I'm gonna say ticks. If they were human-sized they would probably be like vampires, but instead of the neck they would drain us from the crotch. Did you encounter some sort of tick which bored through your directly onto your? Because that is not only horrifying, but something I once encountered personally. Thank goodness I eventually divorced her. I hope that your and are good now, like mine. Best wishes from the internet. This happened to me actually. I was playing in the grasses back in my home country in South America. These tiny grass lice crawled up my leg and latched onto my balls without me knowing. That same night, I experienced the most itchiest burning sensation on my balls. Turns out these planted themselves in my balls, creating red itchy lumps. Apparently they latch on and suck the blood out of your balls. A couple of them planted themselves underneath my cheeks. They like soft tender areas. My uncle had a long pinky nail, so he took me into the room and dug each lice out manually with his nail. He showed me them on his nail, and they were tiny, but red with the blood from my balls, and sort of bloated. Usually, I hear you just have to wait them out, which takes days. I can't remember how long they were in my balls for, but I believe it was more than a day or two. The removal process was obviously painful. Portuguese man-o'-war. Absolutely terrifying already. Definitely wouldn't want to see a human-sized version. They're terrifying as is. Their tendrils can measure up to 15 feet, swaying almost invisible in the currents. I do scuba diving and my worst fear is to swim face first into one of those tendrils. Wasps, bees, or woodlice. Chickens. It would be like Jurassic Park with feathers. Try to imagine yourself in the Cretaceous period. You get your first look at this 6-foot turkey as you enter a clearing. He moves like a bird, lightly bobbing his head, and you keep still because you think that maybe his visual acuity is based on movement like T-Rex. He'll lose you if you don't move. But no, not Velociraptor. You stare at him, and he just stares right back. And that's when the attack comes. Not from the front, but from the side. From the other two raptors you didn't even know were there, because Velociraptor's a pack hunter. You see, he uses coordinated attack patterns, and he is out in force today. And he slashes at you with this 6-inch retractable claw like a razor on the middle toe. He doesn't bother to bite your jugular like a lion. Oh no, he slashes at you here, or maybe across the belly, spilling your intestines. The point is, you are alive when they start to eat you, so you know. Try to show a little respect. Centipedes, millipedes, leeches. That scene from the King Kong remake haunts me. You'd love the Devonian Carboniferous period of Earth's history then. A video link for reference. Armadillos. Imagine an armadillo barreling at your car. Spiders. FFs, I don't want to think about it. Scorpions. Yup, they'd stab you with their poisonous butts. Terrifying for sure. Please, imagine one jumping the FBCK around and just sucking blood from other animals. Geese. The devil honks. Mosquitoes. How has that not been said already? It's what I came here to say. Giant stabby things that want to drink your blood. Hornets. Easily it would be a cockroach. True invincibility. All of them. Caterpillars. I did research on caterpillars. Raised them. Dissected them. Their mouth parts are terrifying. And some of them become cannibalistic or are straight up predatory. Not all just happy herbivores. And did you know they have 6 eyes on each side? And the silk they spin comes out of their mouth. And their fleshy fake pro legs are covered in rows of sharp hooks. And some have poisonous barbs covering their body. I love them, but I'm glad they're small. Earthworms. Ew. Chickens. They will up mice if they get the chance. I can't imagine what they'd do to a person if they were the proper size. They're little dinosaurs. Anna Kendrick, as a fully grown adult who is pretty much her size. This hurts, man. Any parasite. Imagine a human-sized tapeworm. Spiders. Hamsters. Huge ever-eating hamsters. They eat everything in their path and never stop. Jackrabbits would freak me out a lot. Night of the Lepus. Kittens. They'd only want to play, but their tiny fangs and murder mittens and raspy little tongues would be deadly weapons at that size. Bats. Raccoons, bro, they're already a bit too big. Frogs. Spiders. Babies. Ladybugs. They're a scourge on everything smaller than them, and emit a stink when in danger. Bacteria. Beetles. A male Onthophagus beetle can lift 1,141 times their weight. If they were human-sized, they could lift 80 tons. Like someone pointed out, they have the power because they are small, really small. I don't know if they could even stand up if they were human-sized. A star-nosed mole. Cats. Boy, do I have a Netflix documentary for you. Like a giant losing its out in the streets, looking for an egg to beat its head against. Bro, come on, don't king-shame me. Spiders and betta fish. Sperms. Shrews. They would be terrifying if they were even the size of a house cat. Imagine the damage termites could do if they were human-sized. Chicken chicks. If a chicken is the size of a human, a full-grown chicken is the size of a house. We all know that chicken are evil, so they'd eat us all and their undersized brethren, without dipping us or them in sauce. Imagine a human-sized cockatoo. Those bad boys can already crush a coconut with ease. Just imagine one of them, but the size of a full-grown adult. Sea butterflies. They're basically tiny demogorgons. Most insects, but in particular. Imagine walking along when suddenly out of the sky you are suddenly stabbed with a huge needle. You're temporarily paralyzed, but hey, you survived the attack. Great, right? Except a day later or so you start to feel kinda bad. Then worse, as if there are dozens of worms in your body and they're eating you from the inside out. A few days later you are paralyzed again, and the worms begin eating their way out of you. You can't move or scream. All you can do is lay there as a bunch of maggots chew through your skin and begin wriggling around out of your body. Suddenly your mind goes blank, and all you can think to do is attack anything that gets near the now cocoon-wrapped maggots. You blindly defend the things that just burst from your body until you starve to death or bleed out. Sleep well.